week's mission story topic is the brown door. The date is June 30. It's from Tanzania. It's about Josiah Tayali. It was a Sabbath morning, a normal day on the African island of Zanzibar. Josiah, the first doctor of the only Seventh-day Adventist clinic on the island, was getting ready for the church when he heard a knock on the clinic's door. He was surprised. No one ever knocked on the door since he had moved into clinic many months earlier. During his time on the island, he had learned that it was highly usual for people to knock. If islanders wanted the attention of someone inside the house, they cried out, "Hello, hello." People only knocked on doors on Tanzania's mainland, where he had been born. Josiah walked over to the door and swung it open. The door was large and brown, the only one of its kind in the neighborhood. Outside, he saw seven strangers: three men, a woman, a teen, and two children. "What would you like?" he asked. A man replied, "Say, doctor, we know that this is a clinic and we are here to talk to you." "What would you like to talk about?" Josiah asked. "Listen to us," the man said. "You want to talk to you." The doctor invited the people to come inside. The man introduced himself as Moses and others as his wife, children, and a friend named Ezekiel. Then he told an unusual story. He said that he had a dream in which he was told to go to such and such a Navate. There you will see a big brown door. A voice said, "Knock on the door." The people who opened it are Christians from the mainland who had brought Jesus to this island. They will tell you what to do. Moses found the dream surprising, but when he woke up, he decided to ignore it. Then he had the same dream again. He ignored it again. When he had the dream for the third night, he called his family together in the morning and brought them to the clinic. It was early on Saturday. "There is only one big brown door in this neighborhood," he told Josiah. "I recognized it from the dream, but when we arrived this morning, the door was closed. I was told in the dream to knock, so I knocked." Josiah smiled. Moses continued, "Maybe it was you who I am looking for from my dreams." He said, "Are you a Christian?" Josiah nodded. "Today is a worship day, and I am going to my place for worship now," Josiah said. "Would you like to go together?" Moses agreed. The group walked to the road and boarded a bus to a house church. Afterward, they ate lunch there and caught a bus back to the clinic. After that day, Moses and his family began going to the house church every Sabbath. Josiah came to their home and studied the Bible with them. It turned out that Moses was a Christian who had moved to Zanzibar from the mainland 7 years earlier. He had recently met a Seventh-day Adventist literature evangelist on his island, and he and his friend Ezekiel had been discussing the Bible with him. It was then that he had the dream about the big brown door. The day came that Josiah contacted a pastor on the mainland and informed him that he knew two people, Moses and Ezekiel, who were ready for baptism. The pastor was surprised. No one had been baptized on Zanzibar for many years. The short time later, the pastor baptized Moses and Ezekiel in the water of Indian Ocean. Josiah rejoiced as he saw the two men committed their lives to Jesus. He had done nothing except open the big brown door. God had done the rest. The big brown door that Josiah opened at the Zanzibar's Seventh-day Adventist dispensary had been replaced with another door in the year since this story took place. But today, more than a door needs to be placed at the two buildings that make up the clinic. You can be part of this story by giving this quarter's 13th Sabbath offering, which is known as a quarterly mission project offering. Offering funds will allow Zanzibar Seventh-day Adventist dispensary two building to be demolished and replaced with two modern buildings. Thank you for giving generously to this important project.